Namaste. We are going to do the 108-day challenge, but we're doing that later. We're watching a crystal thing that we're booked in for at 7, and then we'll do that after. But now we need to do this numerological personality analysis for Niamh Deborah Coleman. That's our birth given name, and that's the name that we're saying bye-bye to, and bye-bye to that vibration, bringing in our new vibration, our new destinies. And this is another method we're using of releasing our past and doing it with the energies that are happening at the moment. And we've just been watching something that's made us to do this, because it's such a powerful thing to do, which we kind of knew, but we don't really know then until we hear from someone else. Niamh Deborah, would you like to know what a numerological evaluation reveals about your future, your personality, and your relationships with other people? Be excited to see what valuable messages the numbers of your name, heart, and destiny carry within. They can show you the way to happiness in terms of partnership and your professional development. The sound of your name and the time of your birth are no coincidence. Coincidences don't exist, just serendipity. These data, unchangeable by yourself, reveal to you what special tasks and experiences await you on your path of life and what special talents you bring to the world. The number is the essence of all things. Pythagoras, father of mathematics, mystic, and philosopher. Alongside astrology, numerology is the oldest secret science for interpreting the future and fate. Its origins go far back to the first advanced civilizations of the Vedic and Sumerian cultures, making it even older than Babylonian, Egyptian, and Greek sources. Many findings of numerology can be derived directly from sacred geometry. Example, the origin of the flower of life. Just as with the date of your birth, we initially have no influence on our name. Both carry an inner vibration within them, which can be described and interpreted in the numbers 1 to 9. Every number has a special vibration, which is essential for the harmonic balance in the universe. While science only uses the quantitative properties of numbers in countless physical and scientific formulas to describe the world in astonishing detail, the ancient secret science of numerology also knows and takes into account the true nature, soul, and emotional character of numbers, comparable to abstract notes on a piece of paper, which only when played on an instrument let us feel the true essence of a melody. Numerology also lets us sense, hear, feel, and taste our true destiny. While we learn at school that numbers are only abstract aids born of human imagination, numerology wants us to experience the power of numbers with all our senses. Numerology even respectfully recognizes in numbers the basic building blocks of creation with the ability to expand our consciousness. If we are willing to understand the true character of numbers. Our name is inseparably linked to our fate. It is the first abstraction with which we identify ourselves as a child when we are lovingly addressed by our mother with this name. Our name shapes us. Prominent film actors who have acquired a new public stage name in the course of their lives often describe a serious change in their private circumstances after they have put themselves in the public eye with a new energy under a new name. Many spiritual teachers and pioneers also occasionally change their names to manifest a new and more appropriate basic vibration in their lives. Example, Osho. People who prefer to introduce themselves with their nickname unconsciously feel the magic of the name and prefer to identify with the vibration of the nickname rather than with that of their birth name. The mysticism of Kabbalah is also based on the knowledge that the whole creation was created through holy words and their vibrational energy. The 10 Sephiroth of the Kabbalistic tree of life contain the secret numerical values of the basic building blocks of creation. Their interconnections from the energies of the 22 tarot cards of the Great Arcana. Even numerous materialistically influenced scientists have come to the conclusion that all matter in its true quality is based on pure information. The melody of the numbers reveals itself in their vibrations and their true quality. Be excited to see what individual and deeper qualities the numbers of your name and your dates of birth carry within them. Perhaps this numerological interpretation will make you understand why the events of your life have always revolved around certain people or recurring events. Perhaps you will recognize the pattern of your life task and especially the pattern of partnership in your relationships. Probably, with the help of numerology, you will find your hidden abilities and qualities that are already dormant in you and will only reach their true development in the future. These hidden talents you can already recognize and awaken in you now to manifest your personal goals even faster and happier in your life. In this case, your numbers literally show you the fast path to happiness. Now look forward to the result of your personal numerological evaluation. Our numbers 8, 7, 1, 8, 6. 8 name number, 7 heart number, 1 personality, 8 fate number, 6 birth number. So, and that gives a live target of 16, the number of rebirth. Some of these interesting numbers will be presented to you in the following pages. Eight. Your name number is 8. So I give you a thing there to show you how to work it out. In the 8 is the energy of infinity. As a name number, this is an indication of endurance, determination, and an enormous drive. An 8 man is not satisfied with half measures. He wants to fight for his success and therefore often achieves his goals. This often earns the 8er name bearer the recognition and admiration of his fellow men. With diligence and discipline, this character knows how to realize goals. However, this high standard also has a possible downside. If the goals set are set too high and cannot be achieved, or if others cannot be convinced of the direction or idea taken, then self-doubt and blame can be the result. The access to your own abundant energy reserves is then closed by yourself. You sink deeper and deeper into inferiority complexes. The own drive is then paralyzed and switched off. If you are in this situation as an 8 character and feel constricted and paralyzed, then consciously step out of this rigidity. Make yourself aware that the blame is not on you and that you are just getting in your own way. Don't look back. Don't let yourself be discouraged and use your tireless energy for the next goal. Do not allow self-doubt to have power over you for even a moment. If you, as an 8 man, implement this tip, then almost no one can stop you in your actions. In the partnership, you show yourself as a strong and admissible treasure who brings a wealth of power and energy into the relationship. The meaning of the name number. Your name is the strongest and most important symbol with which you are most identified throughout your life. Your name is anything but a random choice of your parents. The naming can be difficult and linked to a particular story. The number of your name tells you a lot about yourself and your life. In the numeroscope, it has a special meaning because it carries the basic vibration of the name within itself. Unconsciously, we absorb the hidden vibrations of the name. This basic vibration fits the life and the soul plan of a person. How is it even possible for a name and a number derived from it to be related to the personality and character of a person? How about a name in different languages? When a certain name is spelled identically, but pronounced differently. The basic vibration of the name is the same in every language. An I or E in the name sounds like gentleness, goodness, wisdom, and beauty. A rolling R sounds like power and assertiveness. Interestingly, the creation rules for nicknames are the same in different languages. The melody of a name. The rhythm expresses either harmony and balance or disharmony and a disturbed mental balance. If you calculate the corresponding number of names, the quality of the symbolic power is surprisingly preserved. How do you deal with different names in concrete terms? The first name and surname apply to the number of names. A second and third A second and third first name also has a power of expression, especially for the relationship with other people. For the sake of clarity, we omit the consideration of middle names in our analysis. This is the surname at the time of birth. Marriage or adoption may change the number of names in a changed phase of life, but the number of names at the time of birth contains aspects of how a person will develop in the future. The birth name contains references to the past, present, and future of a person. Academic titles or titles of nobility are omitted, only the from in a surname may remain. Even nicknames or pet names are not used to calculate the number of names, although they also have their own energy, which is supposed to cover the energy of the fully written name. The meaning of the master numbers. The master numbers in the numeroscope are the four numbers 11, 22, 33, and 44, which are very special numbers. Here, you stop performing the cross sum, because in these numbers, there is a special level of meaning for you. If one would calculate further, one arrives at the numbers 2, 4, 6, 8. Who do we appreciate? That's not in there. The properties of these basic numbers are strengthened many times over in the master numbers. People with one or more master numbers are given very special tasks in life. In their lives, special events, opportunities, and situations manifest themselves that can only be realized with the help of special dispositions, insights, and abilities. People with master numbers are often extraordinary personalities. They can be very successful, but they can also simply disappear into normality. This happens, for example, when they have not successfully faced their master assignment and the soul has not yet reached the necessary degree of maturity. Also, a lack of courage and willpower or wrong beliefs can help some people to master their life task. However, the special characteristics that have been created always remain linked to the name of the person and express themselves in an unmistakable personality with very special characteristics. Regardless of the decisions of the past, the task can be very diverse. The accomplishment of special deeds and social changes in the profane world, or spiritual mastery such as enlightenment or the attainment of philosophical wisdom. The master tasks can be karmic in nature, linked to specific persons, or simply waiting for you as special opportunities in life. Suddenly and unexpectedly, you stumble into her. Prepare yourself well inwardly for these events in life and gratefully accept failures for these events in life and gratefully accept failures and negative events as valuable trials. They will strengthen and prepare you for the coming events. 7. Our heart number. The 7 as a heart number shows us that a human being has a hidden spiritual core. The 7 lies to seek retreat and inner reflection, no matter whether one has already found his spiritual source or not. The 7 is generally a very magic number, even more magic as a soul or heart number. You want to see through things, understand hidden and mysterious connections, and you succeed in doing so. You think a lot and like to think, preferably in peace and alone. But philosophical reflection can turn into depressive brooding, especially when one's own spirituality has not yet been discovered and the secret sources of power and energy cannot yet be optimally tapped. Your fellow human beings may get the impression that you are separated from other people and have no interest in them. You should quickly clear up this misunderstanding by making it clear and openly addressing the fact that although you like to be alone, this is the best way to regain your balance without disturbance. Your partner should also understand and acknowledge this quality. Lonely walks in nature are good for you. Here you feel the connection to old energies and gain strength and new courage. Your partnership will be especially happy if your partner is also interested in spiritual or profound philosophical matters. Together, you can then share the wonders of the universe and head towards common goals. The meaning of the heart number. The heart number is about your hidden identity, your true self. The true self is not to be confused with the higher self, but shows some partial aspects of the personality of the higher self. The heart number is often called the soul number because it contains the hidden aspects of our soul that only we can recognize and feel. The heart number is related to our true personality, our deeply inherent character, which we sometimes want to hide and overplay. We read from the heart number, especially deep-seated motives and intentions. This drives us. This is what we strive for. What are our secret intentions, wishes, and hopes? To calculate the soul or heart number, only the vowels A, E, I, O, U, and then O with 2 dots over the top of it, and then dot, 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 in the name are used. They make up the most clearly audible parts of our name. The vowels in the name can be compared to the tuned fundamental frequency of an instrument. Example, a guitar or a piano. The fundamental frequency marks the specific character of or fingerprint of our soul. The heart number is inseparably linked to our deepest intentions and character traits. We can read from the heart number which motives control our actions and what we really strive for deep inside ourselves. We read off what makes us happy and what makes us unhappy. We recognize our strengths and weaknesses and can draw valuable conclusions for our lives. We can use the heart number to decide who we really want to be. 1 is our personality number. I just noticed, so yeah, underneath that square box, it has just all the vowels. Just there. Because then on this page, it got all just the ones that aren't vowels. Continents, country, consonants. People with the personality number 1 are perceived as optimistic, honest, and self-confident. Behind the 1 personality is usually a leader or a pioneer in a certain field. You stand up as one for others and show yourself open and helpful. In partnership, you are faithful. You do not tolerate any competition. You stand firmly by your goals and intentions, show diligence and perseverance, and often earn a lot of admiration and recognition. Once you have developed a strong self-confidence, you will show yourself charismatic, like a torch in a storm. Once you're convinced of a topic or an idea, you can also quickly inspire other people. This personality makes it easy for you to be in the public eye, to sell products, or to represent projects and organizations to the outside world. You can develop this innate ability to convince even further through practice and experience. You are not afraid to be the center and focus of attention, but you do not do this out of purely selfish motives, but always seek the advantage of your counterpart in all your actions. You feel comfortable in society and have a strong sense of community. You should never take occasional criticism personally, but simply stand behind your principles with conviction and loyalty and communicate them openly. In a partnership, you like to be dominant and take the initiative. The meaning of the personality number. The personality number gives us information about how other people receive us, our charisma. Only the consonants of the name are used in the calculation. Our charisma depends on many different factors. In particular, it can be influenced by consciously putting on a mask. The radiated personality can be artificial and artificially set up. It often has little relation to our core of being, the heart number, soul number, or even tries to cover it up. There is nothing wrong with this. We all want to be perceived as positive and self-confident on the outside, even if we are rather fragile and weak on the inside in certain life situations. Even the famous first impression, when we meet a person for the first time, very often corresponds to the energy of our personality number. The way we affect others can determine success or failure. The aura of our charisma is necessary for us to play our role in life. We ourselves decide how strongly we use this basic colouring of our personality or not. At the same time, the personality number also expresses what we do, even when we don't really feel like it. Not least, it is also a matter of what expectations of other people we would like to fulfill and what we do not want to fulfill. The personality number also expresses the direction in which our personality will develop when we are still a child. It acts like a compass needle, marking out the goal of personality development, the most important milestones. As we grow older, this basic energy of personality manifests itself increasingly in our charisma. This happens until we consciously decide to integrate other personality traits into ours. Example, by choosing certain role models, ideals, or belief concepts. However, we can only influence and control our personality within certain limits. Knowing our basic effect on others can help us to respond to them even better. And 8 is our fate number, and we're actually going to read the meaning of the fate number first. The fate number gives us clues as to how we can best achieve our life goal. The life task of a person requires special talents, abilities, and a special personality structure. These tools do not yet decide on success or failure, but they help us to understand what tasks still await this person in life. The fate number supplements the heart, birth, and name numbers with the aspect of personality, which are especially designed for the particularly great goals of life. If the especially great love is waiting for a person, his range of feelings will reflect this. If a man achieves a great artistic development, an outstanding talent will be invested in him. It is a woman that does these, so it's interesting. It all says men. If family life is going to play a big role in life, a certain sense of responsibility is also necessary. What is particularly exciting about the fate number is its unique ability to draw conclusions about the great future milestones in life. While the heart number and personality number describe the general personality of a person, the fate number is about the special events and tasks in the life of a person. Especially 3 special life tasks naturally also affect the partner. Especially for a partner, the knowledge of the fate number of the chosen one, the chosen ones, is of special importance. Through closeness and living together, the partner is directly connected to the fate of a person. Similarities and differences in the numerological constellation can provide information about whether a couple will be happy with each other in the long term or not. Similar to the horoscope, the date of birth is used to calculate the fate number. Each day has a distinctive planetary constellation that characterizes the energy of a person at the time of birth. The zodiac sign of the human being, for example, is the sun sign in which the sun rises at the time of birth. Everything that comes into the world on this day, whether the rising sun or a new person, represents the same daily energy. This day has a date that we are studying numerologically. That's just reminded us of something we came across, where if you're in a family dynamics and things aren't going well, you can not just do it for yourself, but you can do it for like the whole family. So you get the vibrations of the other family and you can like put it all in. It's kind of like astrology and how different zodiac signs are compatible with other zodiac signs or not, on the basis of it. And so you can then adjust the vibration by changing the name to make the harmony and the energetic harmony more balanced or more melodic rather than dissonance, I suppose. So our fate number 8, the energy of infinity is in the fate number 8. The symbol of infinity is not for nothing a line 8, lemniscate or lemniscate. The typical 8 person is determined, active, and works hard to achieve his goals. The enormous drive of the destiny of the 8 also lies in the fact that one can tap into an innate source of infinite knowledge. One simply feels the inherent, inexhaustible potential of an idea. The universe has an infinite wealth of abundance and energy. The 8 would like to claim a part of the material, spiritual and intellectual wealth for itself. But she also does this for the good of her loved ones. Or maybe the she and the he relates to the number. I'm sure it said he on the first date, but we have to check, but in a minute. But she also does this for the good of her loved ones, because only those who are rich themselves can share their wealth with others. From nothing does not come from nothing, and therefore this character mistakes high demands on himself. Oh, it's gone for her to him now, but also on the people around him. This also applies to the partner. That's why the partner of an 8 character sometimes has a hard time. 8 people are ambitious, often sporty and full of energy. This personality often has little understanding of people who expend less energy to exploit the potential of the universe for themselves. And an 8-digit fate number, you would do well to consciously respond to weaker characters or people with other objectives in an understanding and considerate manner. They too possess powers, talents, and energies that are very valuable and an enrichment for the universe. In particular, there is more to life than just the accumulation of material values. The spiritual path is a hidden source of strength for an 8, but it is often developed too late in life. The access to subtle energies and new levels of consciousness creates inner harmonization and mental balance. Not only you as fate number 8 will profit from this, but all people in your environment. Our birth number is 6, which relates to Gemini, the lovers. Is there writing after that? Because this is just going through the numbers. So it says the birth number 6, but then it's just got a whole list of the numbers. So I suppose it's in that. So we can read birth number 6 first, seeing as that's related to our birth number, and then we'll read the other meanings of the other numbers. The number 6, love and a strong gut feeling. Well, once we get our gut biome sorted. The 6 is a number of love. 6 people are bursting with life force and like to sacrifice themselves for others. These people are creative, dedicated, and often talented artists and organizers. A well-known symbol of the 6 is the Star of David, the hexagram, 2 opposing triangles placed on top of each other. The star tetrahedron. The 6 connects the currents from above and below, and thus possesses a quality of union and harmonization. But the 6 also has a strong passion and erotic charisma. They love pleasure and live a central culture of art, music, and sociability. A special characteristic of the six is a strongly pronounced gut feeling, as well as a high intuition. But this intense sense of emotion also often makes the six sensitive and melancholic. Equipped with a strong empathy, a six can easily recognize the feelings of others and sacrifice himself to protect the weaker ones, which is often taken advantage of. As a positive expression, sixes are, of course, also devoted family people and often work in social professions where they support other people. The six is quickly jealous, but in return, they are also happy to remain loyal. Heart and mind should always be in balance in a six person, so that he can fully develop his quality for his own benefit and the benefit of others. The number 7, perfection with 7 seals. The 7 is the number of mysticism and mysteries. We find it in the fairy tale with the 7 dwarfs, the 7 days of creation, 7 continents, and 7 main chakras. In the Bible, the 7 is the number of divine perfection. The menorah, the 7-armed candlestick in Judaism, is an ancient holy symbol. People in the number 7 are also inspired by the desire for perfection of the 7. The characters of 7 strive for perfection and approach things in a very analytical way. Their true quality, however, is an access to unconscious knowledge that springs from the hidden well of intuition. 7 is best at making decisions in an analytical way, but she should also have her gut feeling confirm this. The 7 possesses a high vibrational energy, and very many 7 people discover the spark of mysticism and spirituality within themselves. 7s often need time for themselves and then retreat for a while and avoid more intensive contact during these phases. The partner of a 7 should know and accept this. As a 7, you should always communicate your thoughts and feelings clearly. Others may be surprised what is going on inside you. This creates trust and happiness in all interpersonal relationships. The 8 number, the number 8, fullness and connectedness. The 8 is an imperial number of wealth and harmony. A recumbent 8, the symbol of the lemniscate, is like a scale that provides balance and justice. Tarot card number 8. The power ability expresses the power of harmonization. One of the strongest forces in the universe is striving for balance and harmony. And it's really interesting because the majority of the time in tarot, the numbers are pretty much the same on the major arcana, no matter what pack you have. But the strength card and the justice card tend to be, it could be one or the other. So I think the more popular, well-known, if you were to speak to people that did tarot, they'd say that 8 is number for the strength card and represents kind of like the Leo energies. And we've got a rising, our ascendant, our rising is Leo. But the justice is number 11, and it's Libra. Now, our new name that we've got getting legally changed is the vibration of 11. So it's interesting that the 11 and the 8 gets like switched around. So we started off in the 8, but we can't achieve the goals of the 8 until we find the balance between, I suppose, the physical reality and the 3D and the materialistic in body form to the energetics of the emotional traumas, the PTSD, past lives, and however all the other stuff works. I'm sure in the future we'll be able to put it all together, but we can't right now. And we're not going to attempt it. We're tired. Sorry, because we're tired. Yeah, that's what we've got to do at 7. Sacred geometry of crystals. Sacred geometry of crystals. And they went on about shungite lots, which reminds us part of our healing today while we go through it is the shungite. Oh, they're nice and warm. The dodecahedron made of 12 pentagon faces, and they're good for clearing away the so-called harmful energies, EMFs from computers and stuff, and the 20-spaced triangle isosahedron. I think we've got them right finally. How long has that taken us? We'll put them there, shall we? One of the strongest forces in the universe is the striving for balance and harmony. People of 8 often possess a very pronounced spirituality, and with the correspondingly developed spiritual consciousness, they can achieve amazing things. With a less pronounced spirituality, life is often perceived as strenuous and tiring. The life of a person with the character of the 8 is often a turbulent change of ups and downs. They are freedom-loving and release amazing powers when it comes to realizing their own goals and wishes. In a partnership, the 8 is often challenging for the partner because the 8 jumps from one subject to the next, full of dynamics and energy. However, when fully focused on a single goal, the 8 can achieve outstanding results. The 8 loves her freedom and does not like to be used against her will. But as soon as you pull together with them, the 8 is the ideal partner for achieving common goals on all conceivable levels. The number 9, spirituality, helpfulness, and transformation. The 9 has a high spiritual quality. It has the threefold quality of the 3 and the power of complete transformation. The 9 completes the cycles of numbers. People in the 9 also strive for perfection and often have a part in bringing new things into the world. They break down old structures and bring in the new. 9 often do not experience a fulfilled childhood because they grow up faster and take on responsibility early on. The inner child should never be neglected in the adult 9. The access to spirituality is given to the 9 in the cradle. Hidden energies, unconscious wisdom, and an almost clairvoyant intuition slumber here. People of this number are helpful and are happy to devote themselves to the worries and problems of others seeking advice. Of course, this is not seldom exploited, and the 9 must take care not to lose sight of themselves. If you are a 9, you like to blame yourself more than the other people. You should consciously avoid this in future. Ignite in your heart your hidden and inner flame, and ignite in you the spark of spirituality. Listen to your intuition and fight for your goals, wishes, and love with all your soul and all your strength. The number 1, unity and creative power. The 1 is the origin, the beginning of creation. In the beginning was the word and the light. The 1 is indivisible, the number at most consciousness and divinity. This creative energy wants to discharge and express itself in the world. People of 1 often sparkle with energy and zest for action. Self-confidence, creativity, and an inherent optimism characterize the 1. Channel this energy of 1 in the right direction, otherwise the inherent fire can quickly turn against you. The 1 wants to express itself and attaches great importance to the opinions of other people. Fears are often hidden and played down. The dominant and self-confident appearance often makes 1's people excellent leaders, example in groups and in business life, but also in private life, and the one wants to put first according to its nature. Once the one has found her true destiny, she can mobilize amazing energies. However, this is often challenging for the environment of the one. The number 2, sensitivity and balance. The 2 is the epitome of polarity. It is only through it that a polar equilibrium is created. It enables the union of the female and male principle. Left and right vagus nerve, join Deborah. Yeah. 2 people are in need of harmony and strive for inner and outer stability. They are a little more cautious than expressive one-person people, but they bring special abilities and an angel patience with them. The 2 is intuitive and creative, but often has to make itself independent of attachments and imposed ways of thinking. She is a team player, but also often torn between 4 togetherness and are seldom alone. During the creation of Flower of Life with the drawing of the second circle, suddenly a completely new structure, an art emerges. Through the 2, the polarities come together and something new is born. If people of 2 find the right partner, they can accomplish outstanding things that would be unthinkable without their cooperation. She lives an inner direction and is a valuable source of inspiration and abundance in all situations in life. The 2 also often tends to a chronic insecurity, which the 2-person type is confronted with again and again. This also applies to decisions in the partnership, where 2s should trust their intuition. The number 3, happiness and joy of life. The 3 symbolizes the divine unity, happiness and life force. Only the 3ness makes many things in our life perfect and harmonious. Body, mind and soul. Father, mother, child. The 3 dimensions, length, width, height. Time, past, present and future. We often find this divine perfection in religion. The trident of Shiva or Poseidon stands for spiritual authority and supernatural power. In Christianity, we encounter the Trinity of God. It is the result of polarities and is greater than duality. People of 3 are expressive and like to communicate. They often have a special talent to motivate other people, are very communicative, and often release an enormous creative potential. But the price of this energy is for the threesome people an increased emotionality and sensitivity. As a result, the 3 often react sensitively to excessive criticism and rejection. The 3 would like to express their honest feelings and temperament openly and freely. A person of 3 who consciously and self-confidently uses their feelings can be a particularly valuable friend to the people around them. The number 4, order, structure and stability. The 4 stands for symmetry and stability. The 4 expresses are in the cardinal points, east, west, south and north. The 4 seasons and the alchemical 4 elements, fire, water, earth and air. Most houses and buildings are square. The geometry needs at least 4 coordinates to describe a body with volume in space. The organizing quality of the 4 expresses itself in the same way with 4 people. They love order, structure, and a certain straightness. They possess above average endurance and willpower and can work tirelessly for hours, especially when it comes to achieving their own goals. However, 4s often feel misunderstood by their environment. especially when it sends out contradictory signals and information. The 4 loves structure. The 4 needs structure. Without a clear direction and good organisation, a 4 cannot channel its forces and then quickly feels abandoned by other people. The key for the 4 actually lies in spirituality and the example when the beloved structure is also recognised in one's own feelings. Can the 4 concentrate on external things, unfold and express their potential to the maximum? The number 5, freedom, curiosity and enlightenment. 5-person characters are freedom-loving and inquisitive by nature. Just like our 5 fingers point in many directions, 5 characters are very open and receptive. They are interested in many human, political and social things, like to travel and make new experiences. The 5 also finds its expression in pentagram, the 5-pointed star that we encounter everywhere. This symbol has a very stabilizing quality as it combines the 4 elements with a hidden 5th element, which stands for consciousness and enlightenment. Also, in Asia, the 5 is considered to be a very lucky number. People with the 5 want to enjoy their lives and have a strong urge for freedom and independence. This is also the reason why people with the 5 are initially reluctant to commit to a partner. However, once they have gained their inner emotional balance and a certain amount of experience in life, they can certainly live out their versatility and spontaneity with the right partner. What does the 5 man with all his energies and activity do when he is not yet clearly focused and involved in too many different issues? The key for the 5 is to find your own center. Learn to find priorities and let go of even trivial things. We hope that your numerological analysis can provide you with valuable new insights. Should your name change in the future, e.g. through marriage or a change of name, your life and numerological interpretation will change. However, your first name at birth will always have a strong influence on your fate. The idea that parents consciously choose the name of their child is only a collective illusion. You are given exactly the name that numerologically best fits your soul plan. Often, however, this plan is not only linked to special qualities, but also to responsibility and effort. If you deviate from the original soul plan due to a change in your life attitude, you will identify less with your birth name and will be inclined to consider a nickname, stage name, or even a complete name change. You always have the freedom to define your life purpose as you wish. The quality of your name only provides you with a good tool and the basic vibration you need to achieve your goals. So, your name and birthday does not causally determine your fate, but rather reflects the already existing life task that you have set yourself before this incarnation in the world. The numerological evaluation should give you a deeper understanding of what true being you actually are and what goals really make you happy. Of course, you can also do a numerological analysis for another person if you know the full name and date of birth of the person. As a gift for your partner, you will not only give a loved one a little pleasure, but also get to know something about the true nature of this person and perhaps learn some interesting details from the soul plan. I think that's a bit of an advertising bit. The numerological analysis is an ideal complement to the birth horoscope, since the numerological aspects are much more individually and personally linked to the person. We hope that this analysis will provide you with new and valuable insights and help you achieve your goals and happiness even faster. The numerology group of Cosmogram wishes you all the best and good luck for the future. So that's from cosmogram.com. and it's Nadia Shaw who does the astrology, that we got that off. So I don't know if Nadia Shaw is cosmogram or not. Yes. So the numerological personality analysis for the vibration number 11, Zanoni Snowflake Purcell. We've taken the last name of our mother's maiden name. We've kept the snowflake, which was given to... We've kept the name Snowflake, which was given to us when we were 2 by the Native American Indians. And we've chosen the name Zanoni, which we got from the Book of Egypt, Light on the Stars or something, and hyphenated the front too. So that will be over on our Journey of Involution to Co-Consciousness channel. I don't know, whenever it gets read out, we kind of just go with the flow. Namaste.